What's going on, DZ team? It's Z here. Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're going to be going over 3 types of malfunctions and how to solve through them, either immediate action or just kind of how to get it going so you can get right back into the fight. So without further ado, let's get started in this video. Okay guys, first things first, let's talk about what I'll be using. So today we're using my Glock magazines with the extenders on them just so I can identify what mags are my training mags for now, which ones are not. And then I have some orange snap caps in here. These are 3D printed, so they're just basic. I have my Glock 19 here, and there's nothing in the chamber. I can visually verify it. We both visually verified it. So first thing we're going to be talking about is a misfire. It's very common, and it happens for a couple of reasons. A misfire can happen because of a weak primer strike. Your gun's been through a lot. You've had it for a while, or it could just be like your rounds are not the proper fit for your firearm. It can be a couple of different things. So what it's going to do is put a snap cap in the chamber. I'm going to do this. That's what it should sound like when you're on the range, just a click. Now this can be mistaken for a hang fire, right? So a hang fire means that when you do click, you wait, BOW, and it goes off, right? So keep that in mind. If that happens, to always point it down range, visually verify. And what we want to do here, if it's a misfire, immediate action, if you're on the range or in a gunfight, right? The first thing you want to do is slap the bottom magazine, make sure it's seated in properly, slap and rack, and just have that round go flying out. And then you can see you got another round in the chamber. And so then you go up again and you present, and if it clicks again, could be your gun, it could be your rounds, slap, rack. My RAM, I only have 2 snap caps in here, but you just continue to do that unless you just, I don't want this magazine anymore, and you put another one in and you go right on the gun and do some work. That was a misfire and immediate actions for that. So let's move on to the second one, which is a double feed. All right, easy team. So we're going back to the double feed portion. The double feed portion is going to look something like this, where 2 rounds are trying to go inside the chamber at once. So how does this happen? It can happen for limp wristing. It can happen because your ejector or rod does not pull out your casing properly. It could be the round maybe shaven off, improperly manufactured, wrong, right? So this is a double feed. What do we do in a double feed? We go here, mushy trigger doesn't work. What are we gonna do? First thing that we're gonna do is, again, tap the bottom magazine, make sure it's seated properly, and then rack it. Oh, nothing worked, right? Tap, rack. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Lock the slide to the rear, pull it back, pull up on your slide release, locking that round to the rear, rip. Boom. As you see the rounds go out, you can either insert that same mag and get it back on the gun and work, right? So, again, let's talk about the double feed quickly. Okay, double feed. Go, get on the gun, tap rack, didn't work, identify, okay, slide lock, drop magazine, round 1 out. You could rack 3 times, right? Bring that in, rack, and go. So, keep that in mind, because sometimes the round won't drop. The round will not drop out of the magazine occasionally, or out of the chamber occasionally while it's still in your firearm. Moving on to the third malfunction we'll be talking about today is what we call the stovepipe. Beautiful. This is what we call the stovepipe. It is our third malfunction that we're going to be talking about today, and our final malfunction we're going to be talking about today. So the stovepipe looks like here. Why is it called the stovepipe? Because, well, it looks like a stovepipe, right? It looks like a pipe coming out of the chamber, so that's what it is. This is failure to completely extract the slide. So when you shoot it, sometimes it'll come up and just sticks there for whatever reason. It comes back, the slide comes back on it before it has enough time to fully eject. So another common malfunction. So when you come up here, it's gonna go, right? It's gonna have like a really hard, nasty feel of a click on your trigger. So what you're gonna do next is, again, you can either tap and you can rack it, which will also work, right? Our immediate action. And if you want less to worry about, you can do that. Or click, what you can do is come over the top, sweep your hand over the top all the way back, and it'll clear that essentially brass out. It goes back into battery, right? Now, depending on if your gun had cycled or not, I would do a pressure check. Right now, there's no rounds in mine, right? So I would go immediately want to do that. come back into the gun, and now I got a round in that chamber. So again, quickly. So this time on this stovepipe that I made, there's a round trying to go into the chamber, and then a stovepipe that failure to eject. So theoretically, right, because if you're shooting a gun, bow, you'll try to feed up that next round in, and then it'll stovepipe. So again, you can tap and we can rack, which is gonna work, or you can just come over the top, click, oh, and back in the gun, right? And it clicked again, meaning I could take that shot. And again, if anything happens, tap rack, empty, and you're good to go. So hopefully this video was information here, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. If you disliked it, put a thumbs down. Share with anybody that you think would benefit from a video like this. This malfunction is very common, and these are very quick practices. Remember, just slap and rack for most of them. And if you can't slap and rack, slide release open and drop magazine. Either get a new one or use that same one when you drop it. Just make sure you hold on to it and then get back in the fight. So, if you feel like anybody would benefit from this video, please share. It would really help us a lot. And if you dislike the video, leave some feedback down below on why you disliked it and how we can improve on it, please. If you want to check out our website and any of our links to social media, they'll be down below. Our website has just launched, a membership website. You can see our full Pistol 1 course that we have up there right now if you become a member for $10 a month, $100 a year. Can't wait to see you guys there, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there, guys, and remember to never get comfortable.